Former Republican U.S. Representative David Jolly has changed his registration to Democrat and says that he is considering a possible run for Florida governor.
This week, I launched Florida 2026, a political committee to engage with Florida's voters, to promote voter registration, and to talk about issues like our state's affordability crisis, our insurance crisis, to talk about reinvesting in public education, and about fixing our broken voucher system. We'll tackle ending gun violence and so many other priorities for Florida voters.
Jolly served in the U.S. House of Representatives from Florida's 13th District, Pinellas County, from 2014 to 2017. He said he is close to announcing a gubernatorial run, but to do that needs to, quote, unify and inspire a coalition of Democrats, independents, and common-sense Republicans, end quote. Other Democrats considering a gubernatorial run next year are former Governor Charlie Crist, former Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried, former Congresswoman Val Demings, and State Representative Anna Eskamani. On the Republican side, U.S. Representative Byron Donalds announced in February that he is running for Florida governor, and President Trump has endorsed him. There's also been speculation that First Lady Casey DeSantis may be interested in running. Her husband cannot run again due to term limits. Mike, your reaction on this announcement by Jolly? Announcement, not announcement? I mean, it certainly sounds like he's decided to run.
Yeah, it definitely does. So after spending 7 years as an independent, he's now going to the Democratic Party. If he does get popularity, it's just another sign that I think the Democrats are struggling to figure out their identity. I'm old enough, everybody I think remembers when he ran as, in Congress, he was to the right of center, and to see him now recognized as a possible Democrat is just an evolution of just, how far we've gone in this country to the right.
Akash, do you feel that he does have the cred to bring people together to be a convener, or will be viewed as someone who is a chameleon, who changes his political party to his benefit?
Well, the last time this happened was former governor, Republican Charlie Crist, was then independent and then, of course, became a Democrat, ran for governor, and won the nomination. So it can be done. I think what you're going to see a bunch of Democrats, as you see, just jump in because people still will never forgive Governor Crist for being a Republican, right? So, and that's what happened when he ran for governor back then. And so I think...
And they don't necessarily turn out the vote for the Democrats.
Correct.
So that's something that the Democrats have to worry about.
And for Republicans, I mean, yes, Casey DeSantis may jump in the race and she's got some name ID, but Byron Donalds is on fire. He's leading the charge. He's got the Trump endorsement, which is, of course, needed right now. But several other congresswomen and congressmen, like Congresswoman Laura Lee and the Speaker, they're all endorsed Byron Donalds. He's out there. He's leading by doing. So I think this was a great headline for David Jolly. He's smart. He's grabbing the headlines. But candidates need to be out there, and if they're going to announce soon.
And so many voters are looking for an alternative, and David Jolly may be exactly what they're looking for. They don't want a Republican, they don't want a Democrat, they don't want an independent, and he seems to be kind of a combination of all of these things.
I'm the Democrat here, but I can only speak for myself,
okay.
Not for all Democrats. But I don't think that the Democrats have a prayer in the next statewide election, to be honest with you. We don't have any viable or willing, truly Democratic candidates who are going to take on that race. A number of the people that you showed have already said that they're not running. Nikki Fried has said she's not running. Anna Eskamani wants to be the mayor of Orlando. Fentress Driscoll's going to run for state senate. We have a very small bench of people who have a statewide profile, and we don't have a good candidate to run for governor. We have no message, no brand, no money, and no bench. So my advice, I'm sad to say it, but yeah. I think it's realistic, and I think that my point to Democrats out there, my fellow Democrats, is stay local. Let's rebuild this party from the ground up. Work these local races. Help local candidates, because the statewide party is a mess and we don't have an operation that can get out the vote. So work local and let's rebuild the party from the ground up.
Akash, would you agree?
I couldn't have said it by myself. Yeah, I agree.
William, the stories, when you cover the political stories for so many years, is this any different than what we've seen in the past in terms of the candidates coming in to the governor's race?
Well, to me, this story is just filled with irony. And that irony relates to the long-time history of Pinellas County, which was the origin, the home of Republicanism in Florida. It was the first significant county Republican party, but it's always been known as a seat of moderate Republicans. Moderate Republicans. David Jolly was a moderate Republican. Charlie Crist was a moderate Republican. They both grew up there. Now they find themselves futilely trying to escape the partisan extremism. But Florida's political system is engineered to produce extremism and to punish moderation, and both of them have suffered for it. Charlie Crist became a Democrat because of that. Ironically, he then defeated the moderate Democrat David Jolly, took his House seat, and then Crist himself lost that same House seat because of an extremist partisan gerrymandering.
And there are so many different levels to this and so many different stories that we could cover.
There really are.